Okay, Carrie, are we ready?
Not yet. It's the longest 20 seconds ever. All right. You are live. It is 4:01.
Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Carrie, you can call the roll.
Chair Merzick,
Here.
Commissioner Palmer,
Here.
Commissioner Livermore,
Here.
Commissioner Levinson,
Here.
Commissioner Grimm is excused, Councilmember Drennick.
Here.
Thank you. And I, for those of you who weren't here, Pam Grimm is in Utica and won't be joining us today, but she regrets it. She'll be with us the next meeting. She didn't forget to come. So, Ms. Turley, you are you're the petitioner who's here. And so we'll take you right away. We have one other item on our agenda and we aren't sure whether that person is going to join us. So we'll go ahead with your appeal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. This is for.
Oh yes, sorry.
No, let me just introduce you. Okay. This is for the property at 13 College Park Drive. It's for a leak that occurred during the summer and was finally discovered. And the Turleys are appealing their sewer part of their bill. Thank you very much for your very nice letter. Understand what you were trying to put forward to us. I'll let you have the floor for a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we were sent the notices that we had high water usage, and we didn't really know what that meant other than we made sure all our faucets weren't leaking. And finally in September, when we went to winterize and my husband's underneath the house, he realizes there's still water flowing to go up to the backyard where the pool is, even though all the faucets are off. So we now know we have a leak somewhere between there, and that's what we get to tackle this spring. But so that would explain the bill. So when we got the bill and saw the bill was $1,300, we're like, oh, that wasn't just a leak. That was a major leak, but it just all went into the ground and not the sewer system.
Well, I don't know, where does your pool water go when you empty your pool?
Oh, well, our pool is always full. But we have a pool house up there, so we have the water line that goes up to the pool house that uses for the toilet and for the sink and the hose faucet. And so when we winterize, we shut the valve off at the house. And so it's not really water going into the pool. The pool just stays full through the winter.
But you do have a toilet out there. So
yeah,
it could be going into the toilet. It could be the toilet that's leaking.
No, the toilet wasn't leaking either. Everything was just fine up there. So.
Well, unfortunately, there was a process that you did not follow. And let me outline that to you.
Okay, what is that?
Yeah, in the Water Department rules and regulations, which are in chapter 291 of the code, it says that when you use water for other than potable services, it shall be metered, which yours was, and regular meter rates will apply unless, and you have to notify the Department of Public Service that you're. So when you got your card, you were supposed to notify us, and then we would come and help you find that leak.
Did the card say to notify you?
I don't know. I haven't actually seen one of them, but
yeah,
that's.
The card just says there is, I forget the term, and it was a vocabulary word we never even heard of. And we looked it up and it just says there is like a
continuous
usage. And then that's all the card said. And we're like, what does that mean? Is that because the college kids are home right now? And
no,
we have 6 people instead of 4 temporarily? Like, what does that even mean? So we went and checked everything and found no leaks anywhere.
Well, one of the things that often does happen is that toilets silently leak. You can use quite a bit of water with that. But one of the problems we have is that we have no way of knowing without you letting us know that you have this problem and us coming up. We have a listening device that we can listen with. We actually don't know how much was actually leaking and how much was being used in general. You know, you have very I don't know if you got a copy of the daily usage from our,
I only have the sewer bill. This is all I have.
oh, that's all you got? Well,
Yeah.
maybe we'll put yours off and send you some of these things. If you were at our meeting in person, we would be handing you these papers that
Oh,
have been
okay.
provided to us. So during the non-pool months, you use quite a bit of water in general.
Uh-huh.
And so your usage was up in general.
Uh-huh.
Your highest usage pre-pool was 570 gallons a day, which is
Okay.
about double what a normal household would use.
And that's a
300
family of 6. So
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so of that time when you were having the leak, our records show that your usage also fluctuated. Sometimes it was below 570 gallons, which would be your highest that we've reported. Sometimes it was more than that. And so in a way, we can't really tell how much of it was leak and how much of it was the
So-
just usage. And that's
Uh-huh.
our dilemma. Our meter is our meter. And
Okay.
we can sort of see that there was more usage. There were some days when it was quite a bit more, but
Uh-huh.
it fluctuated.
All right.
So-
So you mentioned we winterize and we haven't found the leak yet. You mentioned that there's somebody that could help us find where the leak is.
Yeah, the Public Service Department, which is 432-2100.
432-2100.
And
Uh-huh.
the person who's going to answer your phone is a person who will direct one of the staff people to make appointment with you and come up. And when you turn your water back on, they will help you find where it is. I mean, we have one of those listening things, and that'll be really helpful. And honestly, when you got your first high card, you probably should have called. I mean, that's
Yeah. So my recommendation on that high card for any future people.
yeah. So we need to
write
put that,
down, please call and we will help you find the leak.
yeah.
Because that was on there. Otherwise I would have
And
called.
actually, the high
Oh.
card isn't really about Hive. That's something we've had to learn too, because the system has only been in for about 7 years. And so
Uh-huh.
the Board of Public Service is also learning about it ourselves. And the computer can determine when there is no stoppage of your flow. It can be tiny, but it's
Uh-huh.
when it's continuous, like 24 hours, it's on all
Uh-huh.
the time. And that's when you get the high card. It's not because you've had high
Oh.
usage, although they usually go together.
Yeah, I would
It's really about
meant to clarify that card. Because if the
Continue.
card
I
was
know.
clarified, I
We
would
didn't-
have called. I would have been,
Yeah.
because I just thought, I'm getting a note because somehow they think more people are here because we have 4 people living at home in March and all of a sudden COVID hits and we have 6 in April. I'm like, okay, they just think we're using more water. So it would be so helpful if that card
Yeah.
clarified
It
better.
said that. It should have.
Yeah.
And, we have this issue periodically. Dana, her own family had this issue.
Oh, did
When
she?
when you have a pool and you have a leak related to the pool, how do we figure that out? Which went into the sewer, what didn't go into the sewer? And without data, we can't determine that. I mean, I sat down with your daily usage, and we'll send this to you so that we can, you can have a month to take a look at it. But I thought it had been sent, so I apologize that hadn't been done. We have a chart that sort of, it's a sampling of your usage, and it shows the high months and the regular and all that.
Yeah,
And,
I'm curious to see that because my husband also totally redid the pool house during last summer. So the water was turned off at a lot of periodic times last summer while he was redoing the pool house and the plumbing inside the pool house. He redid all that, but he didn't redo the line going from the house to the pool house. All the lines in the pool house are brand new.
When did you winterize, Jamie?
I winterize, I'm thinking we did in September.
it appears that you winterized on October 10th.
Oh, Oh, is that when the water turned off? Then it would be October 10th. I don't remember. That's when the leak stopped.
That's-
Okay.
We can see that for your
I
usage.
asked because I'm looking at this usage that we have.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
it still shows that there's water dripping out somewhere because there's
Right
40,
now?
50, 80, 70, 60.
Yeah, but that's includes their house.
Yes, but they're saying that they've winterized the whole house. They're not living.
No.
No, we winterized the pool house.
Just the pool house. I
Just
see.
the pool house. Yeah. Yeah.
And you can, so what I will do, so what I did in terms of this, just to see what it would mean,
Uh-huh.
is I took the highest usage outside of your pool usage.
Uh-huh.
And I applied it to those months when you had significantly high usage, really
Uh-huh.
high. And
Yeah.
it only changed your bill by $65.
Okay.
So, because you had higher usage. I mean, you just did. In
Yeah.
addition to having the leak. So
Okay.
the reason you got the high card was because it was not stopping in the night, when everybody was asleep and water should
And
stop
it's
you.
still going.
Right.
Okay.
And so number one, we'll talk to DPW and see if we can't get a little bit better wording on our card.
Yeah.
But we'll also send you these documents that we have that will show you a little bit more about your situation, and then we can talk again next month. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm
what
not
I really want is that person that can come out and help us figure it out.
Yeah, and they would be really happy to do that. I
So
mean, they
maybe-
do that.
Okay. All right. Then I'll call, you said 432-2100.
Right.
I'll call that like at the end of May when we open the water.
Yeah.
But you said it appears we still have a leak somewhere in the house right now too.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
No, I misunderstood. I thought you, Jamie, I
Okay.
said you weren't here, or you weren't here for a
No.
little while with the kids. You were
Yeah.
elsewhere. I thought
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
winterized-
yeah.
Just
I'm
look-
not, my
yeah.
husband's looking right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Um,
doesn't use any
and we'll-
water, basically. He's very, very very frugal with
Oh.
water.
Oh, good. You can tell. You can see everybody left.
and
Yeah.
you will also get these documents that I'm talking about in the mail, because it's much easier to see them in person, and then we'll talk again next month. I'm not sure there's anything we can do for you. I don't want you to get your hopes up, but on the other hand, it's better for you to be informed than
Yeah.
not
Well,
informed, right?
Maybe should we talk because we won't open up the backyard until the end of May. So whoever comes out to help us find the leak in May,
Right.
and then they can help us figure it out. And then we talk again in June.
Yeah, well,
So
we'll
you're
probably be
recommending that?
talking to you in May. We'll probably be talking to you in May, because this
Okay.
isn't actually going to change your past situation. It's going to change your future situation. So we'll
Right.
probably want you back in our meeting in May, which actually, what day is it? When is our meeting in May? Just a second, I'll tell you when that is. Got to look at my calendar.
Okay.
May 6th.
May
May
6th.
6th.
Yep.
May 6th. So we'll be back at this at 4:00 on May 6th. But meanwhile, we'll give you all this stuff. So thank you for being with us today. Sorry
Yeah.
we can't
For your help.
more,
Well,
but
oh, hey, I now have a helper who's going to help me find the leak.
I hope so. I hope they can.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right, thank
Should I
you.
leave now?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. You're
All
good.
right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. So sorry about that, people.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
I thought you'd gotten all this stuff. So keep her documents, and I'll indicate that I've sent the stuff to her probably tomorrow. And then we don't have Mr. Snyder.
Thanks.
He is not able to be with us. We can talk about it a little bit. It doesn't appear that he has a leg to stand on, but we'll let him have his say. As of the first bill that he got, the 1806 bill, it was a closeout. It wasn't even that they've gotten their documentation yet. They didn't actually get the documentation until October 30th, when it was due in 2019 and 2018. So anyway, to just review that document. Does everybody have the packet from Mr. Snyder from
Yes.
before. We've been carrying it for so long.
Yeah, I got it in front of me.
Okay, great. We'll just pull it back out for next month.
Okay,
Any other items you want to discuss? We don't have code enforcement here because they thought they were gonna have Mr. Snyder, so why even show up? I think we're pretty good.
looks good to me.
Okay, thanks for you all for being here. Sorry, it was kind of a
See you next.
bummer meeting, but, and we'll also be doing the minutes next month. Thanks very much. Thanks, everybody.
Good day,
Bye.
everybody. Happy
Yeah, see you,
Easter.
see you soon.